It's awesome. Why make your own internet cable? It is a really neat skill, folks. Sometimes the store cables are not right. They can be way too long for your space. Or they might be frustratingly too short. Making your own means it fits perfectly. It will be the exact ideal length. Just for your computer setup or project, you get total control over it, see? It is pretty awesome to achieve that. You can save some money too, believe it or not. This is especially true if you need many cables. Lots of pre-made cables can add up and cost a lot. A big roll of bulk UTP cable is often cheaper. And a bag of RJ45 connector ends is inexpensive. You are basically like your own little cable factory. There is no middleman to pay extra money to. This is really good for your home network, or for setting up a small office network. Every little bit of savings helps out, right? Learning this skill is super cool and empowering. You will understand how networks work a bit better. It is not some kind of mysterious black magic. It is just simple wires doing their important job. Knowing how to make or fix a cable can be a lifesaver. Imagine your internet suddenly stops working. Maybe it is just a faulty or damaged cable end. You can fix it all by yourself. Yes, you can. You instantly become the tech hero of the day. This is a very practical and handy skill to have. Plus, you absolutely get to use some cool tools. And cool tools are always fun to work with. There is a real satisfaction in making things, especially when they work exactly as planned. You plug your new cable in. Boom! Instant internet. It is like a small, successful science experiment every time. So if you genuinely like to tinker with things, or if you really need that perfect custom cable fit, this is a truly great and rewarding project for you. Let us get started on making one right now. First things first, you are going to need the main cable. We call this UTP cable in the tech world. UTP actually means unshielded twisted pair. It is very, very common for computer networks. You will see this type of cable in homes and offices. You can usually buy it in a big convenient roll, or if you prefer you can buy it by the foot or meter. Try to get a good quality one like Cat5e. Cat6 cable is even better for faster internet speeds. Think carefully about how much cable you will actually need. Next up on our list are the essential connectors. These little plastic bits are called RJ45 connectors. They often look like small, clear or colored plastic blocks. The tiny, delicate wires from the cable go inside these. Make absolutely sure that they are the right kind. They must correctly match your chosen UTP cable type. Some connectors are designed for solid core wires. Other types of connectors are for stranded wires. These are the important ends that click securely into place, into your computer, your gaming console, or your router. You will definitely need a very special tool for this. It is most commonly called a network crimping tool. This amazing tool does a really big and crucial job. It carefully squeezes the RJ45 connector housing. It pushes it firmly onto the end of the cable. This action makes tiny metal pins bite into the wires. It also holds the main cable jacket very tight, so the finished cable does not pull out too easily. A good, reliable crimper is extremely important for success. Some advanced crimpers also cut and strip wires too. A dedicated wire stripper is also incredibly handy to have. Your main crimping tool might actually have one built in, but a separate specialized wire stripper is often much better. It helps you safely remove the outer plastic insulation. This outer layer is called the cable's jacket. You need to do it without hurting the small wires inside. The small, twisted pair inside wires are absolutely key. Only cut the jacket and be very, very careful. Precision and a gentle touch are good for this part. Scissors can work in a real pinch, but use them gently. Alright team, are you ready? Let's build this thing. First, you need to measure out your cable accurately. How long does your new network cable need to be? I always recommend adding a little bit extra length, just in case, you know? It is a good habit. It is always better to be too long than too short. Use a sharp cutter for a nice, clean, straight cut. Your crimping tool might have a cutter blade built into it. A perfectly straight cut across the cable works the best. This very first step is super important for a good result. Now we need to strip off the cable's outer jacket. You should do this about 1 inch from the cut end. Use your wire stripper tool very, very carefully here. Lightly score or cut around the jacket's circumference gently. Do not cut too deep into the small wires underneath. Those little wires inside are extremely important for data. Once the jacket is scored, you can pull it right off. You will then see 8 little, color-coded wires. They are neatly twisted together into 4 distinct pairs. Remember to handle these delicate wires with lots of care. Next, you must untwist all those tiny wire pairs. You need to arrange them in a very specific order. This order is super critically important for it to work. For most network cables, we use a standard called T568B. The color order goes like this: orange, white, then solid orange. Then you have green, white, followed by solid blue. Next in line is blue, white, and then solid green. Finally, it is brown, white, and then solid brown. Lay them out perfectly flat, side by side in this exact order. Please check this wire order at least 2 times. Once they are in order, hold them all together tightly. Now you need to trim the ends of these wires. Make them all exactly the same uniform length. About ½ inch long from the edge of the cable jacket is good. This measurement is from where the jacket ends. Make sure the cut is perfectly straight across all wires. Then very carefully, slide these ordered wires together into the clear plastic RJ45 connector. Yes, that's it. Keep them in that precise T568B color order as they go in. Push them firmly until they hit the very end of the connector. So, you have pushed all the wires in and crimped the connector. What are some common mistakes that can happen at this stage? A really big one is getting the wire order wrong. Those 8 little colored wires must be in the right place. The T568B sequence we talked about is absolutely key. If it is not correct, your new cable simply will not work. Or it might seem to work, but be super slow. Always double check the wire order carefully. Check it thoroughly before you actually crimp it down tight. It is like a secret password. Get one part wrong, it fails. Another frequent goof is making a bad or incomplete crimp. This particular mistake happens much more often than you might think. Sometimes the wires might not get pushed all the way into the connector. If so, the little gold pins inside will not make good contact. Or perhaps you did not squeeze the crimping tool hard enough. The crimping tool really needs a firm, confident squeeze. If the crimp is weak, the connector will feel loose on the cable. Also, make sure the cable jacket itself is crimped securely by the back part. This gives the cable vital strain relief and strength. A firm, solid, and decisive crimp is what you are aiming for here. Sometimes, wires can get crossed over each other, the connector. This can easily happen as you are pushing them all in. It is a very sneaky kind of problem that can trick you. So, look very carefully through the clear plastic of the connector. You must do this, you make that final crimp. Is each individual wire sitting neatly in its own little channel? Does every single wire go all the way to the very end? If not, or if you see a crossover, pull them out and try again. A little bit of patience now saves you a lot of headaches later. It is always better to fix it right now before it's permanent. The very last step is to test your brand new cable. The very best and most reliable way to do this is simple. Use a dedicated network cable tester device for this. It is usually a small, smart, battery-operated electronic device. It typically has a series of little LED lights on it. You plug each end of your newly made cable into the tester. If all the lights on the tester turn green, that is great news, and they should light up in the correct numerical order too. Congratulations, you have successfully made a good, working cable. If not, go back and check for those common goofs we just discussed.